There comes a moment in every life when silence grows louder than noise, when the routine you've been living starts to feel like a cage instead of comfort, when the reflection staring back at you in the mirror feels like a stranger, wrapped in the memories of who you used to be. That moment right there is the call, the silent invitation to rise, to evolve, to let go of the old version of yourself and step into the power of who you were always meant to become. For too long, you've been walking through the same patterns, reliving the same fears, repeating the same mistakes, wearing the same excuses as armor. You've convinced yourself that this is just who I am, that change is too far, too late, too impossible. But the truth is, it's not impossible. It's just uncomfortable. And because it's uncomfortable, most people never reach it. You see, transformation doesn't begin with a new year or a new opportunity. It begins the moment you stop lying to yourself about the life you're living. The moment you stop defending your limitations and start challenging them. The moment you decide that who you've been is not who you must remain. Every person carries two versions within them, the one they are and the one they could be. The first is built by comfort, fear, and repetition. The second is built by fire, growth, and courage. And between these two versions lies a battlefield, the war for your future. Every time you choose comfort over courage, the old you wins. Every time you wake up and push yourself beyond the limits of yesterday, the new you rises from the ashes. Maybe you've been hurt before. Maybe you've failed so many times that you stopped trying. Maybe you've convinced yourself that your time has passed, that your dreams were childish illusions. But deep down, there's still a flicker, a quiet whisper reminding you that you were made for more, that the fire didn't die. It's just been buried under fear, doubt, and hesitation. You've carried pain like a badge of honor, letting it define who you are. You've replayed memories of failure until they became your identity. You've let the world convince you that settling is safety. But the truth, safety is an illusion. The walls you built to protect yourself have become your prison. You weren't born to play small. You weren't born to survive. You were born to transform. The old you is built on habits, patterns of thought, emotion, and behavior that keep you chained to your past. The old you wakes up tired, not because the body is weak, but because the soul is restless. The old you blames the world, the timing, the luck. The old you avoids discomfort, chases distractions, and hides behind excuses. But the new you, the one waiting inside, is forged in struggle. It doesn't run from pain. It uses it. It doesn't fear change. It commands it. Transformation begins the moment you decide to stop negotiating with your potential. The moment you stop saying maybe tomorrow and start saying it has to be today. It begins when you stop apologizing for wanting more out of life. When you stop lowering your standards just to fit into spaces you've outgrown. When you look yourself in the eyes and admit that the only person standing in your way is you. Every great transformation begins with destruction. The destruction of who you used to be. You have to let parts of yourself die. The fear, the hesitation, the laziness, the self-doubt. You have to burn the bridges that lead you back to old habits. You can't carry your old self into a new life. You can't step into the future still clinging to the past. There will be days when it hurts. Days when you question everything. Days when the world feels heavy and your progress feels invisible. But remember, every masterpiece was once a mess. Every diamond was once coal. Every strong soul was once broken. You are not supposed to have it all figured out. You are supposed to fight your way through. Stop living in the story of who you were. Stop introducing yourself to the world as your past mistakes. The world doesn't need the old you. It needs the awakened you, the focused you, the unshakable you, the one who refuses to let fear write the next chapter. You've spent enough time being the version of yourself that's afraid to fail. You've spent enough time shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You've spent enough time replaying your losses instead of preparing for your comeback. The old you is done. It's time to bury that version and step into your rebirth. Because transformation isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you truly are. It's about peeling off the layers of doubt and fear until what's left is pure potential, raw, unfiltered, unstoppable. You will lose people on this journey. Some won't understand your growth. Some will say you've changed, and they'll be right. You've changed because you refuse to stay trapped in the version of yourself that life tried to limit. You've changed because you've started listening to the voice inside you instead of the noise around you. The road ahead won't be easy. Growth never is. But what's harder? the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Because one builds your future and the other buries it. You have to decide which pain you can live with. The old you will try to pull you back, through comfort, through fear, through temptation. It will whisper, just stay where you are. It's safer here. But safety is not peace. Safety is stagnation dressed as contentment. You weren't born to stay in the same place. You were born to evolve. You have to push yourself into the unknown. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Because the unknown is where growth lives. Because the unknown is where you'll finally meet the version of yourself that's been waiting to take over. Imagine for a moment what your life could look like if you stopped settling, if you stopped doubting, if you woke up every day and decided that today will not be a repeat of yesterday. Imagine the power you'd unlock if you treated every sunrise as a second chance to become the person you were meant to be. The transformation you seek will demand everything: your discipline, your focus, your time, your heart. But it will give you back something priceless: peace. The peace that comes from knowing you're finally living as your true self, not the ghost of who you used to be. There will be moments when you're tempted to quit, when progress feels invisible, when the weight of your old life tries to pull you down. But in those moments, remember this: the new you is being built in silence. Every hard day is shaping you. Every failure is refining you. Every doubt you overcome is another brick in the foundation of your new life. You don't need permission to evolve. You don't need validation to rise. You just need to decide, once and for all, that you're done living small. That you're done letting fear dictate your destiny. That you're ready to rewrite your story. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for signs, for approval, for guarantees. There are no guarantees. There is only now. This moment, this breath, this choice. You can choose to keep living as the old you, trapped in the same cycle. Or you can choose to break free, to step into the unknown, to transform everything. The choice is yours, and it always has been. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to tell you when it's time. You are the signal. You are the turning point. You are the beginning of your own transformation. The old you had dreams. The new you will have discipline. The old you made excuses. The new you takes action. The old you waited for motivation. The new you moves with purpose. That's how you change your life. One decision, one action, one day at a time. Stop clinging to the memories that hold you back. Stop feeding the fears that keep you small. Life is waiting on the other side of your comfort zone. Freedom is waiting on the other side of your doubt. Greatness is waiting on the other side of your excuses. You've been through enough to know that you're capable of more. You've survived too much to stay where you are. The old you was necessary. It got you here. But it cannot take you further. The future belongs to the version of you that dares to rise. So rise, evolve, transform. It's time to let the old you go. It's time to shed the skin of your past and walk boldly into the life you were born to live. Because you are not your failures. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are the transformation. You are the fire. You are the rebirth. Stop living in the old you. It's time to become unstoppable.